real quick, I got a special announcement for you guys. Right now, we're running a special promotion over on poodlecfb.com. If you use code WINTER with a capital W, you will receive 40% off the annual deal, which basically locks you in from now and the majority of CFB 26. It's one of the fastest growing communities, so you definitely want to get in now so you'll be locked in for next year. And if you want to stick to the monthly plan, we're running 20% off on the monthly if you use code WINTER2025 with a capital W. So make sure to check it out. The codes and links will be down below in the description and in the comments. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Poodle back with another CFB 25 video. In today's video, I'll be going over a cool method that's going to help you dominate your league. Before we get to the video, guys, as always, if you haven't already, check out poodlecfb.com. Don't forget, we're still running code WINTER over there and code WINTER2025, both with capital W's. WINTER gets you $40 off the annual plan, and WINTER 2025 gets you 20% off the monthly plan. Again, like I'm telling everyone, this is the greatest time to get in right now because CFB 26 is almost here. I know it sounds crazy to say. I feel like we just started the CFB 25 journey. CFB 26 is almost here. And right now you get that discount. The annual locks you in for the rest of the year. And remember, the recurring discount portion of it for monthlies, you also retain the discount into CFP 26. So if you get it locked in now, you're going to have a really cheap membership going into next year, and you're going to dominate your league. And quite honestly, going to be accused of cheating, which kind of has become our brand mantra here. We want you to be accused of cheating in your hometown league because that means you're playing the game the right way, but the most efficient way. So make sure you do check it out, guys. We have a few new features over there. We have the recruiting tracker that was just added. It allows you to track year over year all your recruits, much better than the way the game does it. So you can see your stars, your archetypes, and kind of where you're over recruiting or under recruiting. We have the coach build calculator, which is awesome. We have the base spreadsheet, which basically is everything. And we have the Discord. There's just so many features. Make sure you check it out, guys. But let's get into the video. So you guys have heard of the Georgia method, right? The Georgia method is when you get a coordinator on Georgia and you get to do the bundle discount. One of the best methods in the game. Now, there's a few downfalls. First off, it's Georgia. Not everyone wants to go there. And more importantly, if you're trying to finesse this in an online league, you can't always get UGA, right? If you're in an online league of 32, unless you're the commissioner or you have a super cool league where people go like 1 stars and they're really just trying to test it out, or again, still a problem, you can't get Georgia. If it is a 1-star league, you can't get Georgia. If there's a Georgia fan, you can't get Georgia. Commissioner's a fan of Georgia, very common. Can't get Georgia. So what's cool about this is I'm going to introduce a few more teams that actually allow you to benefit from this. And what's cool about that too is that this means you can basically get this in almost any league because the odds of all 4 teams being gone are going to be quite low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the best of the 4 teams, but then I'll also go through the other 4 teams in case this one's not available for you. So guys, I'm a little under the weather, so if I sound a little weird, I apologize in advance. But the first team is going to be filtered by 4 stars, and the first one, I should say, like I said, the best team is going to be the Penn State Nittany Lions. So you want to do is you want to start as the defensive coordinator. For all of you who don't know how to do this, the point of doing this is you start as a coordinator and you kind of leech off the system there, and then you can just go take another job wherever you want after the fact. So that's how this works. Offline leagues, super simple. Online leagues, there might be some limitations on what your commissioner allows, but if you can pick a coordinator, it is the best way to do it. It is going to basically hack your coach to the point where you get a lot more and a bigger bang for your buck. Start as a defensive coordinator here in Penn State, and what we want to do is create new. I want to start as a motivator. Just give you some preface on this method is when you're doing any of these bundle discounts or friends and family discounts, you want to get what's the most efficient for you. So in this discount, they're going to give you recruiter and tactician basically for free. So you want to start with motivator because that's the one that's not free. So if you choose them as your custom coach, you do get motivator for free. And that is the point here. So it's efficient. So let's go through this. Let's start our dynasty. Choose motivator. Now remember, with these other schools, make sure to assess yourself because some of the other schools you may have to start with recruiter or start with tactician. It's all based on what your coordinator and other head coach don't have because you're trying to be efficient here. So let's go into our coaching build and I'll give you guys a brief rundown of how this works. So let's start with our coordinator. First off, you see we have motivator. Now let's go to our head coach. If you go to program builder and the head coach, he has friends and family discount unlocked. With friends and family, it means it's cheaper to buy an architect on your guy if your head coach has it already or your other coordinator, right? So if you take a look here, the other one would be discount, bundle discount, which he doesn't have. That's the Georgia method. So in this case, he has the one where buying the actual archetypes, like buying talent developer, buying recruiter, buying elite recruiter, that costs money, right? If you see here, buying talent developer would cost 15. If you have the discount, it costs less, and I'll go into that right now. So now we can take a look at what does this guy have. This guy has recruiter, this guy has motivator, this guy's architect, this guy's tactician. That means all of these will be cheaper to buy. This guy's elite recruiter, cheaper to buy, so on and so forth. Right now, our offensive coordinator doesn't have motivator. So this is why you want motivator first. For anything that the coach and the offensive coordinator has, it'll be free under defensive coordinator. So if you look right here, I'm going to get rid of my webcam for you guys to see real quick. Look right where my head was. Purchase price for recruiter is 0. Purchase price for tactician is 0. Purchase price for motivator would have been, I believe 5. It would have been half. So that's why you went motivator, because that was the only one that would have cost you points. So now essentially, watch this. I can unlock recruiter for free if I wanted it. Just whole day, free, no points. Tactician for free, no points. This saves you 10 and 10, 20 points right off rip. And that is the beauty of this method, right? So right off rip, you get 20 point savings. And for all you guys who understand coach builds and have been following the channel or just been playing the game, you understand how every point matters. So that's 20 points saved. You know what 20 points is? 5, 10, 15, 20. That's a whole recruiting category for free. Not that I'm recommending tier 4 anymore, but that's a whole recruiting category for free. You can get 1, 2, 3, and another one. That's 20 point savings off rip. And then you can follow the elite coach build, the meta coach build that I tell you guys, which is go tier 1 through 3, then get elite recruiter unlocked. Now, elite recruiter, as you guys see, elite recruiter is only going to be 5 points to unlock. Why? This guy has elite recruiter, and this guy has elite recruiter. So now you get elite recruiter for 5 points. So you're ready to save 20 points with recruiter and tactician, and then the motivator, obviously, but you would have gotten it for anyways if you had whatever one you pick, right? So we don't count that 10 because that'd be double counting. So you have 20 free points. Then you unlock elite recruiter. Now there is a caveat to this. Your coordinator and your head coach need to stay. The reason it works best with Penn State is because they're a good program. So the coach likely, if you have a good year, won't move up. So if you pick a bad program that has a similar setup, when you have a really good year, you win the Natty, or you have a deep playoff run, likely the coach or one of the coordinators will go to the NFL, or they'll upgrade to a better team. So you won't be able to keep bundling in the discounts and friends and family for that long. The beauty of Penn State is they're a really good program. They likely stay, but you do have to get a little bit lucky with that. But back to the math. You get 10 points for recruiter and tactician. Then when you buy elite recruiter, if you can get there with a great program like Penn State, you can probably recruit pretty well and get there pretty easily. You get that for only 5 points. It's another 10 point savings. So you're at a 30 point savings. In the elite build, architect is one of them. Now, of course, we only get a 5 point discount on this one because it is going to be, as you see, yep, 10 points right there. You only get a 5 point discount on this one because both coaches don't have it. So 10 here, that's 20. Then you get elite recruiter for 5, that's 30. Then 35 on this one. And I believe you actually could go a step further with master motivator. Again, it's only 5 points. So that could be a savings of 40 if you did want it, as well as a few other things. But really what you're going for here with the elite coach build that I recommend, you can go either way. I recommend recruiter and architect with motivator base. Now there's a world where you can go recruiter, motivator base, and master motivator. Either way, the coach has one of each. So either way, you can build it on your guy. So it really works out to a savings about 35. It could be 40 if you do both. I don't really recommend doing both, but 35 points. What is 35 points? Let's put that in layman's terms, right? 35 points is 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. That's 30. 5. You can get 2 free base recruiter packages plus 1 additional. And in our build, we already have enough points to get all of our base recruiter packages, our elite recruiter packages, our architect packages, and the base tactician we need to unlock architect. We have all that, and base motivator. So what can you do with those extra 35 points? That's enough to unlock program builder at 30. So let's say there was a world where, and if you haven't watched, go watch my new meta coach build. I made a slight variation. Let's just say the newest build is a 95 to 90% variation of the elite build. So if you already made the elite build, don't worry about it. It's only a slight variation. We are going to be implementing a little bit of the relationship builders and some of the strong root bonuses here for certain programs. So I'm going to go through all that in the video. But in this world, it's 12 points. It's expensive. It's a 30 point package. It's expensive. So to get it, you actually need to sacrifice a bit on the architect or on the motivator, and you likely sacrifice on the architect. So where the beauty of this is, those 35 points you unlock actually allows you to unlock program builder, which means you don't have to lose as much on architect or anything to actually get all this. So in that also, you're taking off this, which is 5, 10, 15, 20. You're taking off about 40 from here, which unlocks the build. Those extra 35 points essentially could actually almost get you everything you need. It is a way safer and way more efficient build that allows you to get recruiter, motivator, architect, and program builder pipeline bonuses. It is the most elite coach in the game. I'm going to go over that in the coach build, but this is the method you want to be following. Now, I have a list here of a few other schools you could do this with. Remember, use your brain a little bit. These schools are a tad different in terms of how you start. So for instance, we have Ole Miss, San Jose State, and TCU. Those are the other 3 schools that have a similar setup. So in San Jose State, again, a defensive coordinator. And this time you could start with, you're going to want to start with probably recruiter, because this guy has double motivator and double tactician. So again, you want to start as recruiter this time. So just take a look at these schools, make a fake coach real quick on a fake offline dynasty, go in, see what they have doubled up on, and then start as the alternate. So if they have double motivator, double tactician, start as a recruiter. If they have double recruiter, double tactician, start as a motivator, and so on and so forth. And you're going to see, and then make sure you are looking at what archetypes they have, whether it's architect, strategist, team builder, team developer. program builder. There's so many different things there, so just make sure you do check all this out. Of course, if the coach has CEO or program builder, you also can get that slightly discounted, but that's going to be a little bit more tough to get to that point very early on without the coach leaving. And of course, at worse schools, you do run the risk of them just leaving and not being able to finish the coaching package. Super OP in online leagues, because other people are going to be starting with a base coach or creating a coach, and they're not going to be doing methods like this. So you're going to have an extra 35 points on people, which makes you an even more dominant team builder, developer, recruiter, etc. So make sure you do check it out. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure head on over to poodlecfb.com. If you use code winter with a capital W, you get $40 off the annual. Code winter capital W 2025 gets you 20% off the monthly. You don't want to miss out on this recurring discount. That way you're locked in right when that game drops in July. That first week, going to be getting all the content updated. You're going to have the Discord already rumbling, full of hundreds of members in there, just breaking down every secret, every myth, every method, every bonus tip in there. That way you're ready to go and you're dominating while everyone else in your league, your friends, family are learning how to actually play the new game. You're going to be doing how to dominate the new game, and that is the difference between everywhere else in poodlecfb.com. So make sure to check it out. Link down below in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.